For many months, we've been told by Western media outlets, by UN officials, and by politicians that there is no food in Gaza and that Gazans are starving. If this is the case, why is so much food being thrown away in Gaza? My name is Jackie Peleg. I'm known on X as Imshi, and I have been following Gazan social media since 2018. I watch videos filmed by Gazans in Gaza and posted by them on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc. For months, I have been seeing footage posted by Gazans of food that has been thrown away. The Gazans filming this are furious about the waste. Some of them say that the merchants are trying to push up market prices by destroying merchandise. But since I've also been seeing vendors in the market failing to sell cans of food even for very low prices, I suspect much of the food thrown away is actually unwanted surplus. So why are we being told there is no food when so much of it is literally rolling around on the ground? First and foremost, anti-Israel propaganda. Over and over again, the Western media uncritically repeats the starvation lie disseminated by Hamas terrorists and their supporters. Along with the genocide lie, this fabrication is actually a central part of Hamas's war effort to turn Western public opinion against Israel. For Western governments to pressure Israel to stop the war in Gaza prematurely without securing the release of 101 hostages still being held in Gaza and leaving Hamas still in charge. Secondly, Hamas actually maintains its control over the populace via its control of the food aid coming in. Those connected to Hamas receive ample free food aid parcels, while those identified as opposing Hamas have to buy the same aid for exorbitant prices in the market. Artificially fluctuating the food supply and playing with prices also serves Hamas to deflect from its failure in the war and the suffering it has caused the people. I discussed this point in detail in my previous video, and I invite you to go and watch it. Other beneficiaries of the starvation lie are what's being called digital beggars. Social media influencers collect huge amounts from online donations, mainly from Muslim and Arab charities, but also from well-meaning people in the West. Digital begging has always been a lucrative business in Gaza, for years before the war, enriching a lot of people. Today, even more so. The more reputable fundraisers do actually give a proportion of their earnings to the needy in Gaza, mainly via soup kitchens. What that proportion is differs. An anti-Hamas activist living in exile in Istanbul once said that no more than 10% of donations to Gaza ever reach those in need. Many other fundraising projects are outright scams. Gazans know all this, and there's been widespread criticism of influencers who have grown rich during the war. The starvation lie has led the Biden administration to pressure Israel to allow in more and more aid. This has ironically served to prop up Hamas, stretching out the war and prolonging the suffering of ordinary Gazans. The solution is that the IDF must take the distribution of aid out of the hand of Hamas and out of the hands of the UN aid agencies that Hamas controls, such as UNRWA, and find a way to feed Gazans directly.